if you want to kind of live in Sydney, right? Because things are so expensive. And I totally resonate with what you're saying on the owner occupier, because I think, call it the Australian dream. Back in the day, it was kind of like, work hard, get a good job, save up, and the first property you buy is the property to live in. But as you said, prices of sort of the properties, especially in the areas where most people want to live, have kind of gone up so much, and real wage growth is so far behind. So I think trying to reconcile that gap has been very difficult and frustrating for people, because I don't think it's a big ask to want a house to live in if you're working really hard. But I think unfortunately the way things have sort of turned out now is that we're having to sort of rethink, what's the pathway to get to that owner occ, and it's no longer a straight path. So and a lot of my clients that I've spoken with, they're really feeling that frustration, and so we've kind of had to pivot to a different strategy, kind of what you were talking about. It's like whether it be rent investing or rather than buying that owner occ as that first property, maybe you go out and buy a few investments which are more affordable in different areas, which can grow at a fast rate, and then maybe that's the means for you to then sell those, or pull out equity or do other things with those properties to buy the owner occupier property later. But I think that's it's a new thing, and not everyone is familiar or comfortable with it. And I think those conversations are quite hard, because that mindset of I want to get that house to live in, and it being a very straightforward sort of process is kind of gone now. So everything what you're saying, man, like I've been seeing all of that in sort of my space as well with my clients, and we're having very similar conversations. We're trying to get creative. How do we help people get that dream? And it's not even just for my clients, for myself as well. I think we both work pretty hard, right? But it's not been like an easy journey. But I feel like if you have the right support, right team, and you're willing to try things and be open to sort of strategies, there are ways now, albeit a little bit complicated, but you can get there. Like the dream is still possible. It's just a little bit more complicated now. So 100%. Kind of what I'm seeing. Yeah.
I love how you mentioned, you're talking about high school.
Yeah.
I remember I was thinking, if I made $100,000 a year, I made it.
Yeah.
If you look back 20 years ago, that $100,000 today is probably equivalent to maybe $250,000 annual salary, in that range.
Yeah.
Inflation, cost of living, rising prices of goods, groceries, everything.
Yeah.
It's made everything so difficult.
Yeah. 100%.
Not just for housing, but for literally just day-to-day living.
Yeah.
And then it also makes me think that there's so much more kind of guidance we give to our clients on, not just what work can do for you, but it's really about ensuring that you can live the life you live, but there's so much ways to really put that money to use at the same time. Yeah. So don't rely on just, 9 to 5, because now people are seeing it's not getting them to where they want to be. And we were just talking about this before, we were just having a coffee before, and we're talking about impacts of AI. A lot of these jobs going to be available in 5-10 years time. People are working so hard now, and I think people are starting to realize, because I've seen a lot of clients who are proactively coming to us, understanding the need to put their money into assets that have a likely chance of growing. And I think this educational piece is going to become something that's so important the next few years, and then it all becomes very vital to how we can help clients succeed, because it's such a big task we have right now.
It is,
and people are stressed again. So